So here we're talking about Metazoa, origin of Metazoa. So firstly we take an overview about Metazoa. So who are Metazoa? As the name indicating, meta multi cellular. Okay, so these are multicellular animals. First thing. Now how they originated, we have to see. Then there are many theories that was given uh, to make understand people about the origin of Metazoa. The first one is uh, the first theory that we see is colonial flagellate theory. Okay, colonial flagellate theory. So theories of origin of Metazoa. First is colonial flagellates theory. Then the second one is our syncytial theory, and the third one is polyphyletic theory. Okay, so there are major three theories that talks about the origin of Metazoa. So the first is colonial flagellate theory. This theory is the most accepted theory, colonial flagellate theory. Okay, it says that first the thing is कि this colonial flagellate theory that was given by Ernest Haeckel. Haeckel was the one who gave this theory, and according to this, the basic idea of theory is that the multicellular organism that metazoa animals are evolved from metazoa are evolved from a colonial flagellated protist. Very important word, colonial flagellated protist. Colonial flagellated protist, from where they originated. So this theory told about metazoan, कि these metazoans were originated from colonial flagellated protists. So how this things work and how they explain is by कि there was a single flagellated cell. First there was a single flagellated cell. Okay, then after they made colony. So these similar cell make a colony, and then they increase the specialization, and after increasing the specialization there was an origin of multicellular organism. Okay, and these multicellular organism gave rise to primitive metazoans. So this is all about this theory. This theory was given by Haeckel, and the second thing, it shared that according to this theory that metazoans were evolved from colonial flagellated protists, and the third one, remember this chain, there was single flagellated cells, then they get colonized and then get specialized function and converted into multicellular organism, and then this multicellular organism give rise to a primitive metazoans. So this theory is the most accepted theory, colonial flagellates theory. Okay, so this is main theory about the origin of metazoans. Now the second theory is the syncytial theory. In syncytial, the word syncytial. Okay, before starting syncytial, in here in colonial flagellate theory, this Haeckel also gave one more concept, that is the concept of hypothetical organism, and this name of this hypothetical organism was gastria. Gastria. It is not a existing organism, it is a hypothetical organism. Hypothesis समझ लो, hypothetical है. Okay, so According to Haeckel, gastria is like a gastrula-like ancestral stage that was found, and this gastrula-like organization represents that it is an important ancestral stage of metazoan evolution. So gastria theory was also given by Haeckel only. Okay, gastria. So कुछ features देखें तो gastria is a organism, hypothetical organism which contain two germ layers. Outer layer is ectoderm and the inner layer is endoderm. Okay, they have primitive digestive cavity as well. इसके अलावा this gastria is further then converted into blastia. Okay, and this blastia, sorry, here I made a mistake. Blastia converted into gastria. Okay, blastia converted into gastria. Haeckel first proposed gastria. Gastria is the main who gives the origin from where the metazoan originated. But from this gastria there was another hypothetical organism. That name was blastia. Blastia gave rise to gastria and then gastria to metazoans. So this is important link. Blastia gave rise to gastria. In this way, colonial flagellated theory is all about this. Okay. Then after we comes to syncytial theory. In syncytial theory, so what syncytial theory is? Syncytial theory is very simple. Syncytial theory, it is also known as ciliate theory. Syncytial theory is also known as ciliate theory. According to this theory, metazoans were originated from syncytial protist. So it says that metazoans originated from syncytial protists. What are syncytial protists? Syncytial protists are the one in which they have single cell, but there are so many nucleus inside them. Okay, so the cell in which there are multi-nucleus, that cell is known as syncytial cell. So according to this theory, these metazoans were originated from syncytial protist or multi-nucleated protist. Simple. Okay, so these multinucleated protists, they get into cellularization, and after the process of cellularization they give to multicellular organism, multicellular animals. Okay, so here is main thing is ki syncytial. What is syncytial? So many nuclei inside a common cytoplasm, that is known as syncytial. Then after there is also a placular theory. Placular theory. According to this theory, placula is what? It is a flattened multicellular organism. So from here, flattened multicellular organism, they get a progressive organization. Through the progressive organization, multicellular animal get originated. So placula is also दिमाग में रखना है. बाकी gastria, we know that gastria, blastia से gastria. So in this way, these are the 2-3 theories that are important for the origin of metazoans. Okay, now if we see organization of coelom, वो भी देख लेते हैं. अच्छा, इसके पहले थोड़ा सा मॉडर्न कॉन्सेप्ट देखेंगे. तो मॉडर्न कॉन्सेप्ट जो है, मॉडर्न पर्सपेक्टिव अबाउट द ओरिजिन ऑफ मेटाजोन्स, ये सुनी लो कि दे डजेंट डिपेंड ऑन द एक्सेप्टिंग ऑफ क्लासिकल थ्योरीज जो दी गई थी ये साइंटिस्ट के थ्रू. जैसे हैकल ने दी. So modern जो perspective है, they are based on the molecular evidences, and according to them they supports the coinoflagellates are the closest living relative of these animals of metazoans, but they are not totally or directly saying that they are the closest. They are just saying they are closest, not it is confirmed that they are directly originated. These metazoans are directly originated from them. Okay, so in this way, a modern perspective is just saying that coinoflagellates are the closest living relatives of animals, of these animals. So in this way, we have done this. Okay. Then after that, origin of coelom. If we see origin of coelom, so organization of coelom. So coelom में we see that there are what is coelom? So coelom is a body cavity that is completely lined by mesoderm. Okay, so on the basis of this, let's see coelom. It is a body cavity lined by mesoderm. Now, on the basis of presence of coelom, partially presence of coelom, animals are divided into 3 categories. First is acoelomate, second is pseudocoelomate, and the third one is eucoelomate. Acoelomates are what? They have no body cavity at all. They have body cavity lined partially by mesoderm. So not completely lined by mesoderm in pseudocoelomate. While in eucoelomate, it is completely lined by mesoderm. Coelom completely lined by mesoderm. So if we see acoelomate के examples में हमारे जो आते हैं, these are platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes जिसमें हम planaria देखते हैं, most important example planaria. Okay, here in example we see as जो pseudocoelomates हैं, इनमें रोटीफर्स जो अभी हमने पिछले वीडियो में देखा था रोटीफर हैं. इसके अलावा नेमेटोड जिसको हम एस्के हेलमेंथीज भी बोलते हैं. ओके, एस्के हेलमेंथीज, देखो वर्ड इज लाइक एस्के हेलमेंथीज, दे डोंट हैव बट दे हैव pseudocoelomates. एस्के हेलमेंथीज में हम देखते हैं एस्केरिस वगैरह आ जाता है. दे हैव complete coelom, but it is pseudocoelom. Okay, while in eucoelomate we see the examples are of eucoelomate annelida, arthropoda and mollusca, and फिर यहाँ से बढ़ते जाते हैं हम echinodermata, chordata. Okay, so all this, तो ऐसे आम से याद कर लो, आम is the trick. annelida, arthropoda, mollusca and onwards जितने भी हैं, all these are eucoelomates. Okay, now the most important thing जो नहीं पता होती है लोगों को, that in case of arthropoda we see reduced coelom. Okay, coelom से भी बड़ी cavity in arthropoda is present, that is known as hemocoel. So the prominent cavity that is found in case of arthropoda that is hemocoel. Okay, coelom is present, they are true coelomate, but the prominent cavity in them that is present, that is known as hemocoel. So this is an important thing that जहाँ से question बनता है. बाकी the second thing is कि एक और है molluscas also have hemocoel. Okay, so they also have reduced coelom, but they are eucoelomates. So remember all this. So in this way it is all about organization of metazoans, and this is all about this. Okay, thanks.